Life is full of mysteries. Join me as I explore them on this next episode.
The year was 2025. The season was winter. The month was February. The date was the 19th. The state was Pennsylvania. The county was Center County. And the location details are as follows. This incident occurred at the west end of Game Lands 333 at Spring Creek. I had parked along Rock Road, which runs under I-99, and I had crossed the creek to get up into the woods. The nearest town was Bellefonte and the nearest road was Rock Road and I-99. I had an encounter where I heard a wood knock, caught a glimpse of one moving between trees, and finally caught one dead in my spotlight before it hid behind a tree. I have experienced other incidents in this area. Like I had a rock thrown at me, feelings of existential dread, and saw a ball of blue light moving through the woods. I was the only person in the area of Bald Eagle State Park, only a 10-minute drive away, had another sighting in 2020. Anyhow, the time was 6:30ish and I was walking west along Spring Creek to return to my car when I heard the wood knock, and began to be followed. The area I was in specifically was covered by thick, healthy, tall pines, causing complete pitch darkness, while I was there. The area of the incidents is along Spring Creek in the Pennsylvania State Game Lands 333, located just north of State College and southeast of the town of Bellefonte. It consists of over 1,200 acres of rolling and forested terrain, interspersed with fields to aid pheasant hunting. The primary game species here are deer, turkey, squirrel, and grouse, with introductions of pheasant and extant small fur-bearing animals. He had been going to the game land since January to scout out locations for raccoon hunting. After receiving his permit, he began to hunt the area in earnest in early February. Nothing out of the ordinary occurred until the beginning of February. The witness had come to the area on February 1st at approximately 6:45 p.m. to raccoon hunt. Sunset occurred at 5:29 p.m., with civil twilight ending at 5:58 p.m. He parked his car at the trailhead of Spring Creek Canyon Trail and then hiked northeast along the trail. The witness walked around the first curve where the trail turns to the east. At this point, the witness described a dreadful feeling, as if something bad was going to happen. He looked around the area, shining his spotlight around, and said that he felt like he was being watched. His back was to the creek and he was looking north up the slope into the forest. Despite feeling deep unease, he carried through with his initial plan of raccoon hunting. He set up his Predator Hunter Fox Pro Patriot to call blast raccoon fight sounds and baby raccoon sounds to attract raccoons to his location. The call had a timer on it that was set for 4 minutes. He described a feeling like he was being watched the entire time. Visibility was extremely low, as Spring Creek is in a semi-canyon blocking out most light, leaving only a limited amount of open space for star or moonlight to be seen and provide illumination. In the words of the witness, it was nearly pitch black, although what ambient light there was, did allow for some discernment about where the creek was, and due to the ripples catching the dim light. While he was using Predator Call, approximately every 30 seconds he heard a plap, plap, plap sound near the creek as if something was hitting the water. The water was moving and gurgling as creeks do, but this sound was distinctly different and apparently caused by an external force. He looked in that direction but did not see anything moving. After the Predator Call finished after the 4 minutes, he decided to leave the area. He was feeling, in his words, a bit freaked the F out. He gathered up his Remington 870 12-gauge shotgun, spotlight, and Predator Call, and walked back up the trail towards his vehicle at the trailhead. He stopped and turned and looked towards the creek and shined his spotlight. That's when he saw a black silhouette on the opposite side of the creek disappear into the brush. What the heck was that, he thought. He continued to shine his light but did not see anything else, and then he turned back down the trail and continued walking until he reached his vehicle at the trailhead. He took off his vest and placed his gear into his trunk and drove away, thinking to himself that maybe he was simply imagining things and overreacting to the conditions. A short distance down the road he realized that his phone was in the back of his vest pocket, so he pulled in at the entrance to the fish hatchery on Shiloh Road. The witness exited his car to grab his phone in the back. Almost as soon as he secured his phone, a small stone came out of the dark, hit the ground near his feet, and skittered with forward trajectory across the ground and underneath the vehicle. At this point he said that he dove into the front seat of his car and peeled out of the area. He was in flight mode. His most recent encounter occurred on Wednesday, February 19th, but on the southwestern side of the game lands. On this incident, he took Rock Road to access the game lands and parked his car at a pull-off on the side of the road. The current time was approximately 5:20 p.m. The weather conditions were mid to low 20s, overcast, no wind. Wearing chest-high fishing waders, the witness crossed the foot-deep Spring Creek and entered the thick forest on the opposite shore, walking inwards approximately 70 yards into the woods.
We can find inside State Game Lands 333. I'll tell you right now, it's really thick. The Bigfoot sighting here not long ago. Deer carcass. Take a look at this. It's all over the damn place. Let's pick clean. A lot of jaggers. Pretty inhospitable. Not very welcoming. Second here. Follow this trail all the way in. Guy said he came to a creek and crossed the creek. That's where he had his sighting, where this Bigfoot went between the trees trying to hide. Guess he was spotted by this guy. So see what we can find. Now we on nothing but jaggers. Look at that deer carcass. Man, I can see there's Bigfoot. That's why I'd want to be in here. There's actually two sightings in here, 6 years apart. Earlier this year was the most recent. See how this is all pushed down. There's some people walking in here. Wind is really picking up today. The integrity of this video.
lose my way here. Well, this game trail. See what we can come up on. Hopefully nothing jumps out. Bird over there. This is sketchy as hell right here. Whoa, what was that? Just the wind. This is kind of a neat place, I ain't gonna lie. Looks like it's got a lot of potential. A lot of potential, that's for sure. It's so thick in there. Like, I'm not saying there's a Bigfoot in here by any stretch, but if something wanted to hide, it would not be an issue inside here. So much coverage. Everything is just intertwined with each other. I'm sure there's deer. All kinds of, oh, what's this? I know there's pheasant in here. Just a tree. These are freezing. Honestly, I'm not sure what I would do if I saw Bigfoot. I probably would stick around. I think we come out here and try to get something on camera, but we're not looking to hang around and make conversation. You don't know what these creatures are capable of. And some people say, yes, we do know, and it's not good. They want to inflict damage to you, more than capable. I'm certainly not carrying a firearm. was kind of a mistake on my part. But I think a Bigfoot sees you carrying a rifle in the woods, I don't think you have any chance of... I don't think he's going to allow you to see him. He's just going to... He's just going to remain quiet. Not make any sudden movements. Hope you pass by, which more than likely you will, because he's the hide and seek champion. Not by accident. Do not see any more ribbons, so I'll have to make sure I don't get off trail. It's not well marked. It's just a game trail. I'll stay on the game trail. I managed to get myself lost before. Get thick in here. Oh, this looks like something was bedding down. I don't know, maybe it's just, let me take a look. See if I can find anything. Doesn't smell funny. Doesn't smell like a Bigfoot. It's supposed to smell a little sulfury. Yeah. It could just be, or it could just be anything. There's a lot of that. Maybe deer bedding down. All kinds of animals. See, this is where I'm losing the trail. I'm gonna get out a little bit further because this is not well defined. I can cut over that way, but do I really want to? I'm not sure if I want to. Not sure if that's my best bet at this point. Having to get myself turned around, which I don't think's gonna happen. I'm gonna cut down this way. Cut straight down this way. Check this out. I'm probably coming back unless I see something. See something interesting. Because I wanna go back the way I came. What do we got here? Oh. That's the way I came in, right here. Trees are whipping pretty good. Gotta really watch the deadfall and the Widowmakers. We'll be going the wrong place, getting smashed. That sounds like a good time to me. This is 333, where that Bigfoot sighting was. February. I can see how it could be in this place. So much cover. A lot of deer, pheasant, squirrel, all kinds of game that could be sustainable. It's a large creature, and wait a minute, I'm getting off course here. I can imagine they don't just eat meat. They probably eat. Whoa. That was that. Let's go towards it. See what we're getting into. Briefly just heard something. As soon as I acknowledged that I heard it, it stopped. So, not sure. Doesn't really know what it is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it sounded like a turkey or a pheasant. We're not far from the airport either, so. I'll tell you right now, this game trail is not well defined. Take a walk up this way and see what we can find. We're getting off trail here, but you have to get off trail if you're gonna find anything good. I just can't stray away too far. See how it opens up right here. Surprisingly, the wind's died down, which is nice. Wait a minute, it's starting to snow. See, guys, we got some snow. Let's see if we can see anything. Don't smell anything off. I'm not seeing any hair fibers. As much as I hate to say it, I just don't see any sign of a bipedal hairy creature that we all know and love. That goes by the name of Bigfoot. So I love a Bigfoot adventure, but I certainly don't want to be cornered, because you never know. Something that massive and unpredictable. And we all hear stories about people going missing in the woods. I'm not about to be a statistic. Chance you take, though, when you chase the mystery of Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, swamp ape. Name goes on and on. That's the beauty of the hunt. It's heart pounding. Whoa, what's going on up there? I'm hoping that's just wind, but yeah, more than likely it is. I saw some trees flying around, but that's probably just the wind. It's the thrill of the hunt. We certainly don't want to become the hunted, which a lot of people end up becoming when they get chased out of the woods. What they fear to be bipedal hairy creature that wants to mark its territory and say, get the hell out. This is my land. You're not welcome here. The rain's really starting to pick up. Yep, yes. You guys remember this deer where we just came in? Wind's picking up, snow's picking up. Weather conditions are not very hospitable. We're close to the entrance. We got to veer off here. Let's see what I can get into. That's why I came out here. Let's see what I can find. I certainly don't want to call it already. Been studying this creature for a lot of years, and by no means do I claim to be an expert, but I have a strong interest in mysteries And this creature's certainly one of them. Certainly one of them mysteries. That tree's like all bent. Tree's like... It's going further. Keep pushing it. What's the envelope here? It's like the only thing that's pushing is the wind. Conditions are getting really poor. Let's keep pushing on. See what we can find here. You guys hear that? Listen. This is whipping right now. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it. Not because I want to, but conditions are starting to get really poor. I certainly don't want to be underneath one of these widowmakers, so that being said, I'm calling it. Pretty uneventful. That's typical Bigfooting experience. Is a lot of nothing.